I want a little bit as well of non-oil. We'll kind of mix this into some of the spaces over here too. So we have some darker dirt and some brown dirt and a little bit of variety here. The official Warhammer channel sometimes streams some tournaments? Okay. I think that's where I may have seen it. I don't know, I've never played it before. It didn't look very fun to watch, but the Yogscast also does Warhammer on Wednesdays, I think? Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of dice rolling. There's some rules for every single army, from what I understand. So like there's a little bit of a different rule for every army. And naturally the grass is always greener on the other side, right? Whatever your opponent is playing is the better army. There's a lot of tape measuring. Yeah, dice rolling and tape measuring doesn't seem very good to me, but I don't know. Like preparing an army for a Warhammer game though takes quite a few hours, right? It is not very quick to get a full army painted. I'm gonna add a little bit of, oh shit, I just realized. We need a tiny little bit of Black Templar. I find tape measurers for Warhammer games do seem kind of lame. Imagine investing 2,000 euro in a nice army. I mean, part of the fun is painting it yourself, right? I guess you can buy an army, but that's a little lame. Yeah, it's whatever, I guess. You can do whatever you like, but I do think it's a lot more fun to paint your own. Can imagine though there's some people out there that don't. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of shading here as well to the base. Is it common for people that play the game to like buy somebody else's painted work? Like, do people just go and buy entire armies? Because that does sound expensive. Because it's a lot of time investment, right, to paint a full army. At most stores you can buy used for like half the price. Sometimes you can get some really nicely painted ones. I see. So I guess it's, yeah, I guess selling a fully painted army may not actually go for as much as I'm thinking. Because a lot of people prefer maybe the unpainted versions. Like I'm thinking in the amount of time it takes to paint an entire army. But I guess maybe with like airbrushing and a bunch of other stuff, you can get it done pretty quickly. Yeah. Imagine seeing Warhammer figures in a pawn shop. I don't know if the pawn shops really know how much those are going for, man. Okay, I gotta use a little bit of the paint vibrator, guys. Listen carefully. Very nice, very nice. I feel like it's gotten noisier somehow. How did it get even louder? Okay, so this is gonna go on all of the little orbs. There's a tiny little line over here that I would like to fix. Yeah, the table is vibrating with it. That's why it's a little louder than it is. It sounds like a lawnmower. If I put it on the floor, it's not that loud. No, I don't play, Cass. Just paint, just paint. Okay, we're gonna add a little bit of shine to each of the balls. I don't mind so much if it overspills a little bit, because it's supposed to be a glowy effect. Ooh, you did echo? Huge. Fresh new stroopwafels? Overpowered. Do you think I did too much of it? I think we need to let it dry. I'm assuming when he says real stroopwafels, it's the ones that he got in the Netherlands. Opposed to the fake ones, you know? That probably come out of the same factory, but still. You have mini stroopwafels? Huge. You bought them in Volendam? Ooh. Did you get the tourist ripped off pricing for stroopwafels? Very nice. Yeah, yeah, that's what Shiny is thinking too. Dutch people, man, we all think the same. They were a fair price. Tourist stroopwafels do sound more expensive. It was the same as the Albert Heijn ones? Okay. How much is a pack of stroopwafels? Not too much. I mean, it's a cookie basically, right? It's like a biscuit type of thing. How much is a biscuit? How much is a waffle? I don't know. Let me see. Okay. All these stroopwafels are the king. I don't think I'm familiar with all these stroopwafels. Maybe I am, I don't know. I know they sell waffles in Amsterdam though. For 13 euros. To tourists. This was, it went viral in the Netherlands for some time, where people are like, yo, people are actually buying stroopwafels in Amsterdam for that much money? Yeah. They have very long queues to sell you extremely overpriced stroopwafels. I don't know, man. I don't think you need to do those. So from what I understand, a lot of tourists, they find those like must-see hotspots in Amsterdam from like people in Amsterdam that run those shops. So like those websites that people go to figure out what they should go ahead and do in touristy places are run by the people that sell you expensive shit in touristy places. So they hype it up like it's one of the very best things you can do. But it may not necessarily be the case that it's actually what locals do, you know? But it's okay. If people have a good time, you get ripped off a little bit. Tourist life. Oh yeah, I'm sure they pay influencers, Sully. TikTok is massive for that sort of thing. Okay, the glowy orbs are looking mighty glowy. They sell stroopwafels at the Albert Kuipmarkt? That's probably it, yeah. So those are the touristy ones. Stroopwafels should not be costing them... like, stroopwafels are not 13 euro, man. Couple euro tops. From what I understand though, in the touristy areas, they do like toppings on stroopwafels. So you can get like a stroopwafel dipped in like chocolate and stuff. Which is not really the way that people in the Netherlands usually eat stroopwafels. I'm sure it'll be tasty. Yeah, they like dipped them. Yeah, norm is like maybe 2, maybe 3 euro for like a fresh one. 13 euro sounds kind of silly, but it's okay, I guess. But I'm sure as we speak, there are people queued up in Amsterdam. It's a nice day out. I'm sure there are people in the queue for a $13 stroopwafel right now. American stroopwafels? That's probably similar, right? Only Dutch stroopwafels are good? Oh, okay, sorry. I didn't know that. Apparently I have to paint the eyeballs too, guys. With this same glowy stuff. And there's also some parts over here actually on his arm that are also supposed to be glowy. This little section over here. Need to add a little bit of color over there. And then there's also a section almost behind his cape. Okay. And then he's also got an orb over here. On the back of his hand. I'm looking at the official artwork. Using an airbrush for this would be kind of tough. Does he have any as well on his other hand? No, his other hand, according to the official artwork, is orb free. Okay. We gotta focus on the eyeballs. Will I get it? Yeah, please don't type in all uppercase, please type quietly, as I paint in the most delicate section of the guy's face. I think we need a little bit more. Don't distract me, gamers. What the hell? Okay. I think it'll run a little bit better. Is this a default color palette? Yes, this is the box art color palette. Necrons are mostly metal though. So it's pretty easy. I don't really know anything about Necrons, if I'm honest. Like the lore, I have no clue. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of dry brushing on the earth. It's not entirely dry yet. We'll have to wait a little bit. Okay, I'm thinking I'm gonna add a little bit of a green shade paint on the weapon. This shit separates like crazy, dude. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna use the vibrator again, but I'll mute my mic this time, okay? All right. It's a little, like, you put it on there for a couple seconds. I mean, it's not perfectly mixed, but this will do. See how fast that actually like mixes in the paint that's stuck? It's kind of nice. I'm gonna add this all over the weapon. Mostly because there's a lot of recesses and stuff, and I hope that it ties in the colors a little bit. It is gonna darken some of the things down, but I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I transferred most of the paints over except the contrast paints and the shades. I think it's nicer to have those in those bottles. Because you can use them straight out of the bottles, you know? It's kind of nice. But anything that has to go onto the palette, I've transferred over. You can use these on a palette too. I know there's a lot of people actually that do transfer their contrast paints and whatnot also into a dropper bottle. You've pre-ordered Space Marine 2? Brave. If you're on the fence of it, I will certainly play it on the first day that it comes out. So you can watch me play maybe and then decide if it's worth it? I don't know. When is that game coming out? It's the 9th, right? The 9th of September, I think? Okay. I like the little bits of purple. I don't know if the purple is very obvious on stream, but I've got little tiny cables and stuff that are in purple. It looks kind of nice. Yo, why Warren? What's up?
Low rave.
Low rave, low rave, low rave. Me with the glow sticks. Thank you, dude. I actually also need to do it at the bottom. I forgot about that. I was gonna say, there was something else I needed to apply this on. It's the blade at the bottom. I don't really know exactly what Dawn of War is. It's the RTS game, right? Is it actually good? I've never played it. I think people said yesterday that Dawn of War 2 was very good. Dawn of War is a tactics game. Dawn of War 2 is a little bit of a tactics game. Okay, you like the first one best? How long is a playthrough of those games, roughly? Dawn of War 1 is very good. Dawn of War 2 is slightly different because it's more squad micro. Okay. The storylines are actually good. Oh, it's like 8 hours. Oh shit. I need to play that. In my mind, this is a very long game. 12 hours? Okay, okay, but like not like, you know, it's not an extremely long game or whatever. I heard Dawn of War 3 is the best one, right? Right? Right, chat? Don't lie to me. Everybody loves Dawn of War 3 is what I heard. Gonna do a little bit of dry brushing on the dirt. There's not much dirt on this character. No, I'm pretty sure you guys are incorrect, dude. Yeah, Dawn of War 3 is the GOAT. There's Dark Crusade, Soulstorm, Winter Assault, and then the base game? Okay. So those are the DLCs, I guess? Definitely worth playing Dawn of War 1 and then the Winter Assault expansion at least. I will look into it, guys. This does sound like a game that I would enjoy. Now that I'm kind of like diving a bit into the Warcraft world, or Warhammer world rather. The Warhammer games are almost all pretty solid. I know there's a couple that are very disliked though. I feel like none of them have really hit very home. Like, not very hard, strangely enough. There are so many of them, but I don't think many of them went mainstream. It kind of looks like maybe Space Marine 2 might go mainstream. But I feel like maybe it's because I've been so StarCraft focused that I've kind of missed everything else going on, but I don't remember anyone really being like big on some of the... How old is Dawn of War 1? It's not super old, is it? Or maybe it is the older game that I'm... Oh, it's like 20 years old? Oh shit, it is old, okay. Okay, fair. Okay, as we wait for this to dry, I think it's time for everybody's favorite part of miniature painting. And that is the rim job. We gotta paint the rim black. That'll really be a finishing touch on a lot of the little things we've been up to. I still have to do a couple of tiny little fix-ups, but with this, it should take a pretty significant step forward. I'm just gonna make it black. A black rim job, I think that's the best. May have to do 2 coats. In the official artwork for the Necrons, they have like a beige, like a brownish color for the rim. I don't know if I love that, to be honest. When Henry Cavill started playing Warhammer, suddenly everybody wanted to? Dude, imagine being Games Workshop, right? And Henry Cavill on multiple occasions saying he loves Warhammer. And them not really doing much with that. What? These are the easiest marketing opportunities ever. Every guy wants to be Henry Cavill, no? Like, he's literally Superman. Yeah, he literally plays Superman. Not every guy, some of them want to date Henry Cavill? Oh yeah. Do you guys know that the average Warhammer player out there and the average Warhammer painter looks identical to Henry Cavill? Fun fact. Okay, now that always adds a really nice level of improvement. Dude, I feel like this guy is almost done. It's gone so quick. Yeah, I feel like it's gone pretty rapidly, man. I want to do a little bit of final tuning or some finishing touches on some of the little parts. Fix a tiny little bit of overspill here and there, but... Belisarius Crawl? What's that? Belisarius Crawl? Oh my god, what the hell? Is this a Mechanicum character? Oh, Call. It's Call. Sorry. Holy shit, dude. This looks like one of the absolute most difficult things to paint ever. I have 2 minis that I really want to go ahead and paint in the near future. First off, we have Slan. Slan Star Master. That's going to be the next project. The big toad on the big throne. I think this is going to be really fun. This is a very intricate little throne though. Like, the Slan looks pretty easy itself, but this throne is giving me a little bit of a... Anyways, we're gonna give that a try. And then I actually, I want to paint the Harbinger of Decay as well. The Harbinger of Decay is an incredibly cool model. So I think that's what's gonna be after Slan. I have to add a couple of little glowy bits. Am I gonna paint the fat frog? Yes. It's driving some people nuts that I just paint minis I like, rather than armies. Paint 2 Necrons, move on to the next project. No loyalty, bro. 0 loyalty. None whatsoever. I think painting what you love is way more fun, though. I'm surprised they have not done a lot of the characters from the Horus Heresy books, man. There's a lot of named characters in Horus Heresy, which they recommend as like a starter series if you're interested in the lore and stuff. But then they don't really have any named characters from that. Like they have a lot, but like not from the early books somehow. There's so many easy opportunities, dude. Okay. Gonna add a little bit more over on some of the big globes. The painting's been going pretty well, yeah. They have them, you're just not looking in the right places. I know they have them in like for example, some of the Primarchs, but you can't just buy them. Like you have to like, they don't sell them to any stores. Like you have to like order them specifically from them. I guess they only do resin models or something, I don't know. I hope they end up doing some more plastic ones. Because the resin is way overpriced, man. I know they have some of the Primarchs and stuff. Yeah, it's all resin, I guess. I have seen them on the website. I think Forge World is considered dead now, isn't it? I don't really follow it very much, but I haven't seen much on Forge World's website. I tried looking into it and I didn't really have anything. Oh well. Sick move, Lowko. Fuck me. Nice. I've made the shit green, which wasn't supposed to be the case. I have a little bit of ledge belcher over here though that I can tidy up with. It's very shiny. I like how shiny it is. This is a part of Games Workshop's bad marketing. I still can't buy half the models in your army. It's all a little weird, man. Some of the decisions they have are really funky. The fact that third-party sellers have like by default 20% discount, but Games Workshop itself doesn't do that is kind of crazy. Like they should definitely have a cheaper it's cheaper option for some of the things. I think they're basically stopping with resin like everything altogether. From what I've gathered, it seems like they don't want to do any resin anymore. So like since plastic is now of such a high quality, it's useless to do resin. What's the point of doing resin when you can do plastic instead? Like, obviously the molds are expensive for plastic, but if you have a large enough quantity for everything that you sell, the pricing makes a lot of sense. Because ultimately what you buy, right? Ultimately what their actual final product is a bunch of plastic inside of a cardboard box. No, I don't think they're going to continue doing resin if they don't have to. I would be very surprised. Ah, is that it, NMR? So they used to use metal in the past, and they reused some of the metal casings for resin instead because you can't use the plastic for that? So resin really is mostly just like a stepping stone. What's going on, Vaughn? That would make sense. That would make sense. Because plastic is just cheaper than resin. Like, there's no way. The only problem is the molds, right? The molds are expensive, but... yeah, resin is very finicky. I'm going to try and create... I do have some darker greens. I kind of want to tidy up some of the greens on the weapon. Maybe I should just mix in a little bit of contrast paint though. I'll get the darker Pterodon turquoise and then mix that with some mood green and see if I can do it. Don't have room on my freaking palette anymore. Yeah, Games Workshop is British. Okay, that works. That works really well, actually. It seems in general that it's much more popular in Britain than it is in most places around the world. At least it seems like a lot of British people are into Warhammer painting, more so than globally. Maybe it's less so these days, but... they have local production. That's cool. I like that. They could have outsourced a lot of shit and do it much cheaper, but... the Emperor is King Charles? Whoa, dude! Do you think King Charles paints Warhammer minis? I think so. On Sundays. Dreaming of the Empire. Yeah, no surprise, I guess, when you think about the Warhammer storyline and conquering the world and all that, that it comes from a British company, eh? Or not even the world, the universe, man. Surprise! One of the creators of Warhammer is a Knight of the Realm. Oh, that's cool. It's cheaper for you to buy a box of models in Iceland than it is in the UK? Really? Argyle is from Iceland, and he always complains that everything in Iceland is super expensive. I've never heard the words cheap and Iceland in the same sentence. This is new to me. Thank you, Matador. It is expensive, just somehow when it comes to Warhammer, our stuff is cheap. Huh. I gotta say, I find this an excellent hobby so far, man. I've been really enjoying the process of just, I don't know, looking at the different minis and figuring out how to paint them and then ultimately painting the whole thing up and building it. Like, there's not really any part of the process that I don't like. It's also been like a big bonus, I guess. I can kind of combine it with streaming pretty easily. Feels like a cheat code. In a strange way, as a streamer, you can kind of monetize any hobby. It's kind of nice. Your hobby is going into the bathtub? Well, there you go. You can turn that into a business. You can even sell hot tub bathwater, Manadar. Very popular, I heard. Although don't use PayPal as a payment system. Didn't they ban hot tub streams? No. It's now on a separate section on Twitch. Unless they banned it since then, I don't know. Somebody ask Gabe. Gabe probably knows. Gabe? Gabe? Gabe, are there still hot tub streams on Twitch? I've called it an expert, chat. There's okay. Guys, no, they're still here. If I'm ever in like, one of those like television shows, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, one of my hotlines is gonna be Gabe. 100%. He knows things. He knows things, dude. Like the final question is gonna be like, I don't know, which character from the anime show Demon Slayer regularly shouts "Ara, Ara"? I'm like, bro, I've got the perfect hotline. Let me go ahead and call up Mugetsu Gabriel. He's gonna know. Final answer. A weebologist. I like that, I like that. Lock it in, man. Okay, I think the weapon's looking a lot better today. What do you guys think of the weapon? I've tried tidying up a lot of the blinds. I don't think it's quite perfect, but it's looking quite decent. Oh, this one is on me, they think this. This one's on me. I asked Gabe an important question about hot tub streams. You weren't here, otherwise I would have asked you. Yeah. Why are you attacking Mugetsu, Peter? What the hell, man? You don't like watching streams where people lick microphones, Nephilim? What the hell, dude?